Welcome, everyone. It's time for NBA action, coming to you live on this Saturday night. In this game, we'll see the Detroit Pistons going up against the New York Knicks here in New York. Alongside Greg Anthony, Coach Stan Van Gundy, and our reporter, the Hall of Famer David Aldridge, I'm Kevin Harlan. And tonight, we'll be joined by the man with his finger on the pulse of the NBA, no one better than Shams Charania. Shams, it is so great to have you courtside with us.
Well, Kevin, thank you so much. Talking basketball is what and honestly, we were born to do, so let's do it.
And look at the guys by our side, man. We all love this game. Let's go right into it. Now we get a chance to check out the standings out east already. We are in December. To take a look at the Knicks, a terrific position for them as they hold up that illustrious top spot, but it's a long season, as we all know. And, of course, there's the Pistons. They have a lot of ground to make up. And to look at the starters for the Pistons. Sliding in at the wing spot, it's Ivy and Hardaway Jr. Inside for him, it's Harris and Duran. And it's Cunningham in the point. And for the Knicks, Achua is out there with Anunoby. Then it's Karl Anthony Towns. Then it's Jalen Brunson. And it's Bridges in at the 2 spot. And Shams, New York really putting something together around Jalen Brunson.
Knicks fans have a lot of reason for optimism.
In for the Knicks. Mitchell Robinson's checked in for Karl Anthony Towns. MP comes in for Achua. Miles McBride's checked in for OG Anunoby. And it's Payne in for Jalen Brunson. And a different look here for the Pistons. Stewart checked in for Duran. Holland comes in for Tobias Harris. Malik Beasley, he's checked in for Jaden Ivey. And Dennis Schroeder subbed in for Cade Cunningham. Well, we continue to monitor how this team fares against their rival. You might remember MP has made it his mission to beat every rival team that crosses his path.
Well, MP has sure put his money where his mouth is. He and his teammates have risen to the challenge of these rivalry matchups, achieving exactly what they set out to do. And they're looking to keep things going here tonight.
To the inside, here's Holland. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
I'll tell you what, I'm not sure these guys can keep this up.
Well, you expect there to be peaks and valleys, but you've got some excellent scores on both sides.
Robinson finds MP. Three-pointer. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Yeah, great to see MP recognizing where the defense is weakest, developing those instincts.
There's 53 seconds left in the first quarter. Here's Holland. And the rebound goes to the Knicks. And you want to talk about winning recipes? These guys have it. 21 wins in a row. That's right, 21.
Well, of all the ways to establish yourself as a powerhouse, this may be the best way to do it, by going on a phenomenal streak and looking practically unbeatable. One thing you can tell right now, they are playing with swagger, a sort of poise that they're backing up with execution. Not easy to do.
And there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul, shot misses. He'll be shooting 2. This is his first chance at the line tonight.
And from the line thus far, how about 83% on the season? Outstanding.
And the first one at the line is good. All reads checked in for Isaiah Stewart. Schroeder hits them both.
Well, he's been very good at the line, and we all know free throws can make or break you in the end.
Payne dishes to MP. Over in the corner, McBride. Right wing. And there's Payne. That's good on the assist by MP. Hardaway with it. Fires from way outside. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. A good game so far as we conclude the first quarter. Knicks lead by 3. Stay with us as we get set to bring you the second quarter. And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And looking at what we've seen from the Knicks so far, what do you guys think?
Throughout the first quarter, they did a great job of just running the offense.
Yeah, and I love to see this kind of communication between teammates. Great player movement, great ball movement.
On the court for the Pistons, we've got Dennis Schroeder. Holland is out there with Tim Hardaway Jr. Then there's Isaiah Stewart, and it's Beasley in at the 2. And Shams, nothing gets a workout like your phone. We're here, we're talking NBA, we're watching this game. We got this great group here courtside. You've got 2 phones working, and I'm sure there's a 3rd hidden in your bag. Can you estimate how many texts do you send and receive a day? Is there even a number we can put with that?
Kevin, how many texts do you get a day related to NBA info? You're coming at me. You know the job is, it's hundreds of messages flooding my phone on a daily basis, and the screen time usually in busy seasons tends to be closer to 18 to 20 hours, but this is what we sign up for. This is what we love to inform the audience.
Oh, and I know you love every second of it.
Oh, nice jumper from MP there. But he is going to have to do a lot better job if they want to try and contain it.
Beasley outside. Fires from deep. He makes another one. That's 4 up and 4 in to start his game.
I tell you what, it's almost like stealing to watch how he plays the game from this seat.
MP outside. Fires for 3, and McBride gets it to go. McBride's got his 2nd basket of the night.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
Second shot opportunity. Holland, no good. And so it's Payne with it. He'll bring it up for the New York Knicks. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Here's Robinson. Good, and the assist goes to MP. Now it's a 7-point Knicks lead.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
Beasley outside. Off target from outside. The Knicks have gotten 4 of the first 5 shots to fall in the second quarter. Outstanding shooting. Here's MP. Rebound by the Pistons.
And that is the exact type of opportunity this offense is looking to create.
Yeah, quality offense will serve you well in the long run. You can't settle for bad shots.
Schroeder outside. Clock at 6. Shoots the 3. Robinson pulls it in. Hey, Shams, no one is keyed on the league like you. Is there an under-the-radar trend that you're seeing around the NBA, or the next thing that you're anticipating may happen with the way the league will sway one way or the other?
Talking to executives around the league, it's clear that length has been very important, but having players that do multiple things and are versatile, that is of the utmost importance right now. We saw what happened with the Celtics winning a championship this year. I think that certainly is going to have an impact on how teams are going to build moving forward. Like the Celtics, you want to have players, 3 to 5 players that are playing heavy minutes for you, that are doing everything out there on the floor, not just one particular move.
Back to Bridges. Good on the triple. Bridges got 9 points.
His strong shooting has really helped them secure this lead.
Schroeder looking over the floor. Pass to Hardaway. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. The Knicks leading by 8. Payne passes to MP. And he hits the jump shot. 9 points in the game so far.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Here's Schroeder. It's rebounded by New York. They defeated Charlotte in their last game.
I like their aggressiveness in that one. No one's going to give you anything. You've got to go out and take it.
Well, those are the kinds of performances you hope carry over into some momentum for this one.
Schroeder outside. Pass to Beasley. The Pistons need to get off a shot here. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation. Here's someone who's really been playing well, earning the Player of the Month in the East. MP.
And the nature of big men in the league has evolved, and he's a perfect example of how valuable a guy like this can be on your team. He's had a tremendous stretch of basketball here lately.
The Knicks making a switch here. Anunoby's checked in. Here's New York. They're on a 16-7 run. You know, Shams, I don't know how many kids grow up thinking they're going to be an NBA insider. But clearly that is something that you probably thought about at one time or another. Did you think that was going to be your path?
Kevin, I knew at the age of 16 years old what I wanted to do, and this path I wanted to take an insider for the NBA because I loved playing basketball, I loved writing, and I had a genuine passion for transactions, for the behind-the-scenes stories. So to be able to tell that story to the fans, I feel like I am one of the fans. That's why I feel like I can relate to the fans, and so that's what inspired me mostly to take this career path that I've taken.
So connected. It is a pleasure reading you and hearing you.
Kevin, appreciate you so much, and just know the stories will keep coming.
So for the Knicks, Karl Anthony Towns checked in for Mitchell Robinson. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Cameron Payne. Pistons trail by 15. A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, thank you. Tobias Harris, over the course of his career, has played a lot at both forward positions. He says, I'm comfortable playing both of them. I'm not big on the position thing. I'm versatile. Kevin is just a basketball player and a very, very good one.
I would agree, David. I know you like him. We like him as well. A very skilled one at that. Thank you very much. Hey, Shams, we know you've reported on so many big trades that did happen. Were there ever a few that were close to happening but may have fallen apart at the 11th hour?
I always wait until things are 100% confirmed, but listen, there's always a trade or two that's viewed as done but just does not happen, whether it sours, whether something falls apart. There's always one deal or two that falls apart at the trade deadline or in the offseason, but I try to wait as best I can and make sure that when I report, it is confirmed.
A good board there, Kevin, but overall they're getting slightly out-rebounded.
From the arc. Good for another basket for him. Number 4 today. He's 4 of 8.
Man, the triples keep falling, guys. That's 3 in a row.
That's good from Harris on the assist by Schroeder. Schroeder's got 4 assists in the game. And so it's Brunson with it. He brings it up for the Knicks. Next game for him, they'll take on the Raptors at Toronto. That will be a getaway game for them, a 1-game road trip. And again, New York with the triple.
That's a dozen straight points coming off the triple.
Pistons trail by 20.
62-42.
Schroeder outside. Pass to Beasley from outside the arc. Makes the bucket. Now he's got 5 field goals, 5 for 8 in the game.
He's going to force them to have to make adjustments. That's number 4 in terms of triples in the half.
To the left side wing. Brunson the pass to Sullivan. Back to Brunson. Lets the 3 fly. Good, and it's MP picking up the assist. MP's got 10 assists here tonight. So active. Pistons shooting 35% so far in the second. They need to move the ball around more and find better looks. Beasley with a screen on Bridges. Here's Cunningham. It's rebounded by New York. Their last encounter was in Detroit, where they were able to handle the Pistons.
Not a close contest either. The last time they got together, everyone in the rotation played solid, and the bench was the difference.
Yeah, give credit to those guys for playing with such aggressiveness. It makes a huge difference when you get that kind of boost from your second unit.
And things can get so intense when NBA rumors start flying, Shams. You know that. The teams are just kind of holding on sometimes for dear life. What is it like when you break a major NBA story, like you've done numerous times?
It's like when your heart skips a beat, Kevin. It's like when you feel like you are in such a rush, and there's a surge of excitement that hits every particle of your body. Every profession obviously has a big payoff, but everything happens so fast. But when it happens, it makes all the hard work worth it, but it certainly brings a great feeling, and I definitely get goosebumps to this day.
You get goosebumps, but the hard work you put in to get that story, I know what you guys go through. It is amazing the hours you spend on it.
365, 24/7.
Assisted by.
They are just killing them on the interior.
New York shooting has been brilliant in this game, 67% from the floor. Pass to Towns. New York moving the ball around. Brunson kicks to MP. Shot clock at 6. 2 points. That one goes. MP's got 20 points.
Yeah, it's so rewarding as a coach to see a young guy like MP succeeding like this on the offensive end.
Cunningham with it. Bridges covering. Here's Holland. That's in, coming off the assist from Cunningham. Cunningham's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Now, Brunson. 23 points for him the last game against Charlotte.
Yeah, and his facilitating was also extremely impressive. He was outsmarting the defense and easily connecting with ready shooters.
Knicks lead, 76-49.
Cunningham against Bridges. Cunningham's shot is off.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
MP, that's for 2. Holland with the rebound. Holland's got 4 rebounds in this game. Pass to Cunningham. Beasley with the screen on Bridges. Bridges against Cunningham. Going inside. Can't hit from in close. And Shams, what an absolute delight it has been having you courtside with all of us tonight. Thank you so much for taking time to join us. It has been a true pleasure.
Thanks so much for the invite. I can't wait to do it again sometime. I'm honored. I'm privileged.
Oh, we are going to hold you to that. Thank you again. And what a treat it was to have Shams stop by. He's definitely become part of the fabric of the NBA.
Yeah, and I'll say this. You won't meet a harder worker in terms of NBA coverage. Shams has amazing dedication to his craft.
And so here is New York, and here's Brunson outside. And again, New York with the triple.
Guys, he's been a one-man air raid coming at them time and time again.
Well, what I love about his three-point shooting is the spacing that he's adding. It makes things a lot easier for everyone else.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. And there's the 3-second call, this one on the defense. First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
And that 82% free throw percentage this season must have him feeling pretty good about himself at the line.
And he shows the focus there. B getting it done for New York. He had some kind of quarter from long range. Winds up with 15 points from beyond the arc. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Hello and welcome. Before we take a look at the action from the first half, a brief overview of some upcoming games.
And you know, for that matchup with the Heat, They're going to be tested on both ends, but we're talking to these guys. They're ready for it. They're hyped, man. This one could have a playoff feel, Ernie.
Our viewers would love that. So would we.
That was a good job, Kenny.
Thank you.
Let us take some time now to talk about the first half. A commanding performance for the Knicks.
Their passing was clearly superior in the first half. They were playing a team game, not one-on-one basketball. Good player movement, good ball movement, and they have a healthy lead to show it.
Thanks for joining us. Now let's toss it to Kevin Harlan for the start of the second half.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next two quarters. Here's to assess the wing defenders in the NBA right now. Who are some of the top 2 or 3 that you notice?
Well, look, there's so many good ones. My favorite right now is Lou Dort because he's so strong, he's so disciplined, and he has an amazing ability to use his body even against guys that are a lot taller. He is a frustrating guy for great scorers to play against.
Now, he brought a lot to the NBA, but haven't the Thunder done a good job developing that kid?
Well, they have, and look, they've got other great defenders too, like Jalen Williams.
Miles McBride out there with MP. Then there's Cameron Payne. Then it's Mitchell Robinson. And it's Kolek in at the shooting guard. So that's who's on the floor for the Knicks. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Beasley's got 18 points in the game.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
And that assist got him a little nod from his teammate after that one.
Knicks lead 108-75.
Schroeder outside. Pass to Duren. And it's Beasley in the corner. Just 5 to shoot. Shot is good off the back rim and in. Beasley's got 5 points in the quarter.
And he's really shot the ball well, but it hasn't been contagious.
Here's Kolek. There's a screen by Robinson. And here's MP for 3. Drills it from outside. MP's got 32 points.
They've given up a lot of three-pointers here today.
111.
Lets it go from 11. Misses off the right iron.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Pass to Kolek. From downtown, Duren pulls it in.
All the time in the world to get that one off.
Recent times have certainly been tough in Detroit. Break 14 wins last season, a franchise record low.
And Kevin, if you look, Detroit's last 5 seasons, 23 wins is the most they've had. So their fan base hungry for a winner in the Motor City.
Yeah, and unlike a lot of other young players, MP has shown he's comfortable working in the mid-range.
Pass to Beasley, beyond the arc. It's rebounded by New York.
Well, you can tell he thinks he should have had that one. Even harder on him when he's got a good look like that and it doesn't go down.
Payne in the post. He's guarded by Schroeder. New York moving it around. Payne looking around. Good, and it's MP picking up the assist. Payne's got 10 points in the game.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
Yeah, and where has the defense been? They've been content to let them fire away. They've got to close out to the arc.
And all you got to do is look at the rebounding margin as to why they hold the lead.
Well, the rebounding battle tells the story. There's a big gap between them right now. Great touch there. It's just so tough to defend a floater like that.
79.
Now here's Beasley. 22 points for him. Again, the miss by the Pistons. And so it's the New York Knicks with a major 39-point lead here at the end of the quarter. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. Back right after this. And there have been two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. On the court for the Pistons, they've got Beasley. Marcus Sasser is out there with Dennis Schroeder. Then there's Holland. And it's Stewart in at the 5. And for the Pistons, they're shooting in this game 45%. No good from Beasley. The Knicks shooting 65%, an outstanding offensive display from them. McBride finds MP. Time call here. The Knicks decide to talk it over. Well, Stan, the NBA awards impact so much on these players and what they think they can acquire and achieve. How do you feel about the structure of award voting?
Well, right now, Kevin, there's about 100 panelists that each get a vote. And that seems like as good approach as any. Certainly, I need to be on that panel. And, you know, I mean, I think we'd probably get more worthy award winners if they would just let me pick them myself.
But, you know, they make your picks public. And a lot of times, voters are uncomfortable with that.
Yeah, that doesn't really bother me. I'm used to people disagreeing with me anyway. I have a family, Kevin.
Pistons making a change here. Fontecchio's checked in. Well, we've got a moment now to see this year's three-point contest and how it's shaping up. Let's take a look at some of the top candidates emerging as we see here some players who are likely to make the final cut.
Not too shabby of shooters on this list, Kevin. You gotta love the advancement and really the evolution of the three-point shot in today's game.
And you look at Brunson. He's got a place in the three-point contest within his reach. I hope he makes it because I know how much this would mean to him to be a part of the event.
I mean, that's a good call, Kevin. He's the type of player that can really deliver on a stage like that. He'll be very dangerous if he ultimately gets in.
And it's going to be an exciting showcase this year. Some incredible shooters, that's for certain. We'll keep you updated as we find out more.
Yeah, I think we're in for a real treat. I think the increased importance of the three-point shot in today's game has really shined a light on the talent, precision, and really the wow factor of how these guys can drill the long ball.
And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for New York.
Well, they've really been sharing the basketball. All coaches talk about that, try to get their teams to do it. It's really great when you see it in action.
And also, guys, the confidence to keep taking the three. It's been falling, so they've got to keep going back to it.
Stewart, a screen for Schroeder. Drains the three-pointer.
And guarding him on the perimeter isn't a priority for them right now, but if this continues, it will be.
Payne passes to McBride. The three from MP. Traps in the tray. MP's got 37.
They're getting a lot of their points outside the paint. 3 of their last 5 baskets are from three-point range.
And here's Schroeder. And it's Fontecchio in the corner. Pass to Holland. Launches a three. Payne grabs the board. And so it's Payne with it. He'll bring it up for the Knicks. They've played a great fourth quarter defensively, allowing only 3 points.
Well, and even though he couldn't get that one to fall, that's a shot they want him taking.
Fontecchio. Beasley outside. And the dunk by Stewart.
Well, where was the defense? You can't let a big man like Stewart get this deep.
Outside Robinson. The three from MP. And no good that time.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can count on him to continue missing.
And now they decide to foul intentionally. And the league trying to get a bit more competition in the All-Star game. You got any ideas there?
Well, cash prizes seem to work well for the in-season tournament. Even a little something might help up the ante just a bit.
Schroeder finds Stewart. A three-pointer off the mark. New York's gotten off 4 three-pointers in the final quarter, and 2 of them have fallen. Pass to MP. Some nice passing by New York here. Out left to the wing. Here's Kolek. Back to MP. Shamet on the wing. And he's good on the three ball.
And those aren't the type of three-point opportunities that you can allow in the NBA.
Knicks lead 130-84.
Here's Klintman, covered by MP. And the basket by Klintman.
Well, credit the screen there, springing him loose for the finish.
Pass to Robinson. Here's Kolek. He's guarded by Schroeder. MP deciding where to go with it. Drained for 2 points. MP's got 39.
Well, this is what you're trying to do. Put the game away.
Yeah, but you can't let up now. We've seen too many wild comebacks in this league.
Stewart against Robinson. Pass to Holland. Over to the wing. From deep. And it's Shamet with the rebound. New York's gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc since the final quarter's gotten underway. Misses from short range. The Pistons have gone 3 of 8 here in the fourth quarter. Here's Holland. The shot's good on the assist by Schroeder. Schroeder's got his 7th assist here tonight. For New York, they've gone 5 for 9 from the field in the final quarter so far. MP up top. So, Greg, you played the point. In Create a Player, if you had to pick a different position to play, which would it be?
Ooh, good question, Kevin. Probably small forward, wing. I'd like to be a fearsome finisher who can soar and dunk over everybody.
Here's Beasley. The three. Hits it from three-point range. Beasley's got 10 points in just the second half.
And he got loose from the three-point range in the first half and showing signs here that he's still got the flow in the second.
Detroit's gone a disappointing 2 of 6 on three-point attempts here in the fourth. Klintman. And he can't bank that one in. The Knicks have gone 6 of 11 since the start of the fourth quarter. It's good from long range.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Schroeder with the ball. Puts up a 3. No good from Beasley.
Yeah, not at his most efficient this quarter. He's got to work on finding high percentage shots.
And this is why coaches talk about playing with pace. The scoreboard tells it all.
Yeah, they have made the most of their transition chances.
Steps back. And that one's good. Schroeder.
Oh, that's some fancy ball handling right there. Since when does he take guys off the dribble?
MP, that's for 2. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. MP's got 43 points.
Well, if you blinked, You missed MP getting that shot off.
Pass to Klintman. Inside. And that one is stuffed right through.
Now flying high and throwing it down with the one hand.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys. It's Robinson high post. Stewart on him. MP outside. And the three off target. The Pistons have gone through the fourth quarter shooting 50%, 7 of 14. And he banks in the layup. Klintman's got 6 points in the quarter.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
Pass to MP. I've heard some talk about this idea, Stan. What do you think about adding a one-on-one tournament to the All-Star Weekend?
Wow, Kevin, I love that idea. And if you could get the better players to play, I think there would be some serious interest in that from fans and some great competition among the players.
We see it every night in the NBA. That's what we all crave for, right? We want to see the biggest names against each other.
Yeah, every night we want to see the best players one-on-one against the other great players in the league. Yeah, I'm not sure if he's going to be able to shoot his way out of this one or not.
Pass to MP. Here's the three. Connects again from distance. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable.
And so it's Schroeder with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Pistons. Now, MP. Here's Dadier. Here's Golick. And again, New York with the triple.
Yeah, that's 2 straight three-pointers they've allowed.
The Pistons shooting 44% in the fourth. The offense with some ups and downs. Schroeder passes to Beasley. Schroeder setting the pick for Beasley. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own. Beasley's got 13 points here in the second half alone. Pass to MP. Shoots. And the Knicks good for 2.
And he's had an excellent performance overall from the field.
Now Schroeder. Back to Beasley. To the wing right side. Klintman. No good on the triple. They have been really controlling this one.
You never want to be complacent on the floor. That's when you lose momentum.
They get it again. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
The second chance points are all about a lack of effort defensively. Those buckets would drive me nuts.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
Schroeder outside. Beasley outside. That one goes. Count it.
Putting that pass right in his stride. Didn't have to slow up and was able to complete the play.
MP outside. From past the arc. Detroit with the rebound. Holland's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Here's Klintman. And he caught that pass in full stride on his way to the big slam.
And he placed that pass out in front of him and let him just run into it in rhythm. And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Knicks.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And so looking at their number, this will be win number 22 on the year.
And as we get set to put this one to bed, a one-sided season series thus far, they've won 2 straight.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for MP.
Just an outpouring of points from him. Nobody could do much to keep him from dropping it in.
Impressive job by the players, coaches, and don't discount the impact of these fans.
No, I'd be lying if I said the crowd doesn't have an impact. It's certainly felt from the head coach all the way down.
Tries it from 19. He squares up and sinks it. MP's got 55.
Taking no chances. They go on one last run to seal the deal.
Yeah, this run has poured a bucket of water on any ember of a potential comeback.
And it's still a rare sight to see rebound numbers like the ones he's had tonight.
Well, it's all due to his energy and effort, as well as how well he's been able to get ideal positioning on the glass.
Now here's Schroeder. So no problem for New York as they get the win. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
And boy, they really put in a supreme effort. It just felt like once they had that lead and it was comfortable, they were not going to relinquish it.
And that'll do it, folks. So, for Stan Van Gundy, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thank you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. We'll see you next time.
Another game, another win. Back to work tomorrow.